Natasha,
Debbie,
show.
the show.
Welcome to it. Just two patriotic girls.
Learning about the world.
So please, don't take us the wrong way.
Hello, welcome to the Natasha and Debbie show for Wild Wednesday.
Wild Wednesday?
Wild Wednesday, that's World Wednesday, not wild.
Wild West.
Wild Wednesday.
Woohoo!
What is
Oh,
happening
wait,
here?
hang on, I need my
No.
cowboy hat. Oh, if you know, you know, but maybe you don't. Don't worry about it.
Okay, what was that?
I have no idea. A little hyped up for hump day.
Worldwide Wednesday.
I know what's wrong. Pardon me. Let me get myself together.
Wild
here.
Wednesday, hump day. I think I know what Debbie's thinking. Ice cream. If you know, you know.
Mm.
See, came right back to that.
Yeah,
My God,
sure
this is a lot going on in this episode. And hey,
If you know what to do next, go ahead and do it.
like button, if you don't mind, would be great. Did we just scare you? If this is your first time watching us, then we're sorry. And if it's not your first time, then you're welcome.
And also consider subscribing. It's absolutely free.
Okay, Debbie,
I was hanging on that for
you need a
a little
nap.
bit.
She needs a nap
I
and
think
some
I
ice cream.
do.
So we're going back to Deutschland today on this worldwide Wednesday. That could be wild, you never know. To check out something we hadn't checked out that we had wanted to. So therefore, we are. See how that worked out? My hair is driving me nuts. Ladies, you know, when you're in that awkward stage, if you grow your hair out from short, it's horrible.
Yes.
So what are we checking out that we've been
We
wanting
are
to check
going to
out?
check out German supermarkets explained.
Ultimate Guide to Germany Grocery Shopping.
Mhm.
Yes, please. We happen to love German food. Please send more. PO box in the description of all the videos.
Exactly.
Yummy. But yeah, we wanted to see these because we have German food at our international market,
Mhm.
but I've never seen inside a German grocery store. We've heard about some
Sure
stuff,
haven't.
and now we want to go see what it is.
I know.
So I'm gonna stop talking, and we're gonna check out for our first time the Ultimate Guide to Germany's Grocery Shopping.
Video is all about German grocery stores and
Do you notice what's on the
What
cart?
the hell?
The horse. It is Wild Wednesday.
supermarkets. Love it or hate it, but going to grocery stores is an integral part of our daily lives and has an effect on our quality of life, wallet, and health. And while the average American only goes to the grocery stores 1.6 times per week, in Germany it is up to 3 times per week on average,
Yeah.
and in urban areas
We've heard that.
like the city of Düsseldorf where we live, many
Love
people
the
go
mustard there.
almost daily,
Sorry.
mainly because of smaller refrigerator sizes and
Okay.
not using a car. In this video, we will give you an overview over the
would make
German
sense.
supermarket landscape. Yes, we call them supermarkets, as well as to show you some of the weird stuff that
Sorry.
you can get or that you will have to do while shopping. And believe me,
What?
there are some
can do
culture
that?
shocks here. Anyways, here we go. Types of German supermarkets. There
Okay,
are
I'm
basically
intrigued.
2 big types of supermarkets in Germany. The full-range supermarkets Edeka and Rewe, and then there are discount supermarkets like Aldi, Lidl, Penny, Netto or Norma. Let's have a look at the full-range
Aldi is the only one
supermarkets
we have here.
first. Edeka is the largest supermarket chain in Germany, with its main competitor Rewe coming in second place.
Never heard
The
of that one.
shopping experience in either one is quite similar, and you will find almost all of your daily needed groceries in either.
Yep.
Thank
What's up
you.
with the eggs? Why are they multicolored?
Yeah, I saw that in the beginning, so
And are they 2,559? I'm just kidding. No, but why are they multicolored eggs?
it's like it's Easter.
But it's
Every
not,
day.
I don't think, is it?
I don't know.
And then there are ones above it
And-
that look like dinosaur eggs.
Is this a refrigerated section? It kind of looks refrigerated.
No, it doesn't.
No,
How do you figure?
I don't know.
They're just
I found
racks.
it. Okay, you're right. Calm down, Debbie. It's fine. It's just eggs.
Just why are they that color?
Either one of them as well. They both focus on high quality products,
Looks like
fresh
Fresh Market.
produce, and a diverse selection. Unlike the discount chains, they aim for a more premium shopping experience, and the stores are generally nicely decorated, well maintained, and offer a range of regional, organic, and international foods. But don't get me wrong, they kind of offer a mix of premium quality and affordability, as they also each have low budget store brands. So if you are American, Edeka and Rewe might be most comparable to like a Kroger or Publix. However,
okay.
it is
Fair,
actually
thank you.
the discount supermarket chains that dominate the German market because, oh yeah, we Germans love to save some money.
We all do, dear.
Who doesn't?
I'm like, yeah, it's
The
not a
big
German
ones are
thing.
Lidl, Penny, Netto, and of course Aldi, which is confusingly split into Aldi North and Aldi South. Here
What?
in Düsseldorf, we are kind of more northern, but we have Aldi South. So
they different?
the shopping experience in each
Not
discounter I would describe as fairly similar to each other, but noticeably different than in the full-range markets. Like the name suggests, they aim for low prices and efficiency. The interior
Nicer
is
than
a
ours.
bit more bare bones, less decorated, sometimes a bit tighter, and not quite as well maintained.
Which is why it's
Produce can be hit or miss, but that kind of depends on each individual store. Most of the times the quality is good, as it is restocked on a daily basis. It is just that, for example, if something is rotting away, they would usually deal with it quicker in an Edeka than they would in the average Netto.
Oh, okay.
Aldi and Lidl, yeah, not little, are the largest and most popular chains, even making their way firmly
They're
into
in the
the
UK
American
too, I believe, right?
market.
Yeah.
However, the product range in Germany is very different from what you might be used to in the US, and oh boy, was I shocked by the US pricing. It is much cheaper here.
I'm
Penny
sure.
and Netto are also everywhere in Germany, and each one of these discounters offers their own store brand of products at these desirable discount prices.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay, this covers most of the usual grocery stores. However, there are a bunch of more niche ones.
Okay, talk to me. Hypermarkets.
In
What are those?
Germany, we actually do not have proper hypermarkets at the scale of a Costco or Walmart superstore. There is a chain called Metro, which sells larger quantity packs, but this store is only for business owners, so most people will never set foot in one. More importantly, there is Kaufland, which is also quite popular. Kaufland has a massive selection of groceries,
really small,
but is
though.
also partly a department store,
Really?
offering household goods, electronics, clothing,
Like
etc.
a Walmart.
They advertise with weekly deals for food and also non-food products. The shops are often big and outside of pedestrian zones, making it best for larger shopping trips by car.
That's more like a Walmart
and
than
there
kinda
are
for
food
us.
stalls and
Or
even
Meijer even.
restaurants after the checkout.
Yeah,
like
same
you can
time.
potentially buy a doner kebab. Kaufland probably feels the most like an American Walmart. However, packaging sizes are smaller than in America, and they are the same size and
Looks good.
price as they are in the other German
we have that here.
markets. There is, or was, another chain called Real. Yeah, for real.
Was?
But since they sold most of their locations to other chains, they are not keeping it that real anymore.
Aw.
But
Don't worry, get curry.
and some Edekas have gotten so big and include more non-food items that they might also fall into this category.
So Edeka, there's a lot of their products at our international food market that we have here in Cincinnati that are German food. A lot of the brand it's the Edeka brand, the store brand. And I remember when we were trying some of those things, a lot of our friends in Deutschland were saying, yeah, that's like the generic brand of it, the store brand. I'm like, and now I get it. I didn't know there was an actual grocery store with
Right.
that name, so didn't know.
Organic stores like Alnatura and Dents Biomarkt are becoming increasingly more popular and aim to specialize in natural, sustainable, and eco-friendly products.
I would've
They
thought that
cater
would've
to
been in all the
health-conscious
stores.
consumers who prefer organic goods and have a bigger wallet because these stores are noticeably more expensive than the non-organic ones.
I would have thought you guys already had that in any of your grocery stores, just organic stuff. I mean, I'm not saying you don't already have some option. I'm
Yeah,
assuming you do, but
Probably sections, I would think, but
right.
seems like these stores, the entire store.
Yeah, the whole world's like got
Organic.
just the okay. Sorry. What is that, by the way? Coconut oil?
Maybe.
In Germany, these stores are also much smaller and far fewer than the popular ones. I
Okay.
assume mainly because, like we mentioned in the
Yeah.
intro, Germans love to save the money. While most supermarkets have small international sections, proper international stores are making their way into Germany. In our city, we have a plethora of Asian supermarkets like the Go Asia chain, but also independent ones. Furthermore, there are Indian, African, Middle Eastern supermarkets and more. Those
American
feature
one?
a lot of imported goods and are a bit more expensive for logistical reasons, but if you miss some proper foreign flavor, these are your go-tos. And if you think Germans are silly for selling rice in 500-gram packs, they got you covered as well.
I can't say
A
that word.
Getränkemarkt is a
Getränkemarkt.
designated store to just buy drinks, from water, soda, and syrups
really?
to beer and all sorts
Okay.
of alcohol, all in one spot.
Huh.
They too are often outside the city centers and have small parking lots to directly grab your cases of drinks and bring it to your
Really?
car due to the weight. So
That's cool.
not that common for pedestrian shoppers.
Like I would just get water, but still. Drugstores.
Germans love their two big drugstore chains, DM and Rossmann. Both of them offer a variety of your toiletry goods, personal care, health and household items like clean.
So you can't get that at like Edeka? You can't get household items there? Just groceries? Please tell me. I don't know. Because
Yeah,
our
it seems
grocery
that
stores
way.
still have all your household items and your
Yes.
personal care items.
Mm-hmm.
They're in every grocery store we have.
Yes, they are.
Um,
Even gas stations.
Yeah, petrol stations.
Cleaning goods, etc. This is where women go to buy makeup and where guys go to buy hair gel. And where everybody goes to buy their toothpaste and their toilet paper.
Their TP.
There are also supplements and over-the-counter medication here, but no medical subscriptions. It is kind of like a CVS, but without the built-in pharmacy.
Ah, that makes
So
sense.
I know in the UK you can't get melatonin without a prescription. Here you can, and apparently in Germany you can. It's interesting. It's what considered in certain countries to be prescription. whatever. And even so, that's interesting to see that there.
That is.
And yeah, we have Huh. Wonder why.
Oh yeah, for the real medical stuff, you actually have to go to a real pharmacy
Same
called
here.
a Apotheke, and those are everywhere in Germany as well. But DM and Rossmann are known for their convenience and value for money. These stores are just super known and everywhere.
Sorry again, another question. So in our grocery stores is usually where a lot of the pharmacies are at too. We have a pharmacy in almost every grocery store. Almost every, not all, but almost every. As well as your personal care items, your household items, and all your food. So hence why they're pretty big, because it's got all those in one place. And it's easier for us to go to one place and get everything. So to me,
One-stop shopping.
yeah, for me, and I'm just wondering if I'm getting this wrong, but it looks like you have to go to a different store for all of this stuff in Germany. Is that true, or am I getting that wrong here? And I'm sure there's some stores that have all of it, but
Yeah.
let me know in the comments, please.
Last but not least, I would like to mention that most stores in Germany are fully closed on Sundays. However,
think we've
there are
learned
some
that.
smaller convenience stores that might be open, like
American
kiosks
Spirit
or
cigarettes.
Spätis, as they call them in Berlin. They usually have a limited selection of drinks and snacks and are way more expensive than a proper supermarket.
Same here.
The big brands even started to implement some of them, like a Rewe to go, which sells you the same Rewe items, just quicker, more convenient, and at a higher price. Planning your shopping, most Germans avoid going to these, but in case of impending hangriness of your partner on a Sunday afternoon,
You better
they
go.
might just save your butt. Of course,
This
in
is true.
Germany, it ultimately comes down to whichever supermarket is closest and most convenient to your home,
That makes
your
sense.
work, or your gym routine. Which is when you will experience the real German culture or culture shock while grocery shopping.
German supermarket culture.
Okay, I'm
As someone who
interested.
grew up in the US, there were a few cultural differences to grocery shopping in Germany.
Talk to
First
us.
things first, you'll need a coin to use a shopping
How we
cart.
know about
Well,
this.
this is becoming more common in the
Aldi,
US with
yes.
German supermarket brands like Aldi and Lidl making their
Aldi.
wave across the nation. It is something that a lot of supermarkets in the US do not have.
Correct.
Land of the free shopping carts roaming the parking lots.
Facts.
Whee! Next, you'll need to bring back your fund, which are
We
empty
learned about this
bottles
in a previous
that you
video.
return to a machine like,
I like
this
that.
to
I did too.
receive your deposit back.
We used to have
Fund
that.
translates to deposit, and the bottles will usually indicate with a symbol like this, or sometimes it's just written out there. You must insert the bottle bottom first, or the machine will not accept your fund. Always try twice or thrice. It's a fun game. But then again, the store might not even take this brand of bottle anyways, so
Oh,
you
okay.
back
Didn't know
up
that.
the rejected bottles and collect your fun bond ticket to receive your money back at the checkout. Now we're ready to continue the grocery shopping experience. A
I'm
few things
interested.
to note are that eggs
Ha.
are not refrigerated, which is
It's just
normal
here.
in
Milk
most
isn't
countries
either?
around the world. There
Yeah,
are
what?
even non-refrigerated hard-boiled eggs that are dyed different colors. It's not just for Easter. So when you see colored packaged eggs in Germany, they are already hard-boiled.
Well, how fun is that?
They're already
I
hard
love it.
boiled.
I love it.
I love it. You know how much
You
I love
should have some
hard-boiled
fun
eggs.
colored eggs any time of year. Just to
I
brighten your day.
They're already hard-boiled.
No, it just brightens your day, though. Look at those. Those are fun. I'm going to start dyeing eggs all year long.
No, you're not.
You
You
don't
say
know.
things all the time on these shows,
don't
and you
know.
don't do it.
She's going to go in to get an
Call
egg,
out.
and it's going to be like green, and she'll be like, what's wrong with this egg? No,
That's really
I got
cool,
it.
though. That's
I know.
really
I
neat.
think it's fabulous.
Huh. Okay, sorry. She like, I feel called out by her. She knew what we were thinking.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And eggs are often in packs of 10 or 6, not a dozen.
Interesting.
Also, some of the milk is not refrigerated.
that's weird.
From
Some.
cow milk to plant-based milk like drinks. Yes,
Interesting.
there are some refrigerated milk, but a lot of them are not, and just in these cartons
That's weird
hanging
to me.
out.
That's weird to me,
Another
sorry.
thing is you'll sometimes have to weigh your veggies yourself. Some fruits and vegetables already come packaged, but the loose ones you'll have to weigh yourself to
Why?
scan the sticker at the checkout. And as
Oh,
you
okay.
walk further into the supermarket, you might be smacked in the face with the smell of freshly made bread, buttery bread rolls, or a dude who hasn't showered in a week. But you move towards the smell to the glorious supermarket bakery. Most supermarkets, whether it's an Edeka or a discounter or even a mini city supermarket,
All carb
will often
diet.
have some type of baked goods. These are the most affordable, ready-to-eat bakery items. Some might
75?
even say the best Preis-Leistungsverhältnis, but I'll let Germans debate that one. I personally love when
Yes,
it's
please.
fresh. As long as people haven't picked through the options, it's quite a beautiful
That looks
sight.
amazing.
Sometimes
I'm
there
hungry
are
right now.
even
This is
full
not fair.
loaves that you can buy and slice using this bread slicing machine. You can even
That's
determine
awesome.
That is
the
awesome.
thickness. When I first visited Germany, it was the coolest thing.
That is
And
cool.
after
I
living
want
here
that.
for a few years, it's still pretty awesome. Each supermarket across Germany has a lot of similar stuff, but there are also a lot of regional food as well. When we lived in the Göttingen area, some of the regional meats and sausages from nearby states, oh, I really missed that. They were so good. In the Dusseldorf Cologne area, the supermarkets often have a lot of the local beers. Oh yeah, and you can buy alcohol in supermarkets in
Can
Germany.
here too.
I'm talking about wine, beer, and liquor. Sometimes an entire keg if you wish. There are mini bottles and individual beer ready to enjoy on your walk out.
A nice Fußpilz on your way home from work. Oh, lol.
Speaking of bottles, in Germany, the drink sections are often stocked on pallets or in packages still. It is very, very normal to grab a single bottle if you want to buy one.
Yeah,
this
see,
is
not
still
here.
very weird for me.
Yeah.
Since in the US, it's a big no-no. You can't
No.
just grab an individual bottle.
No, you cannot do that. In fact, you'll be well. You ain't. You're not gonna even be able to pay for it because you're not. They don't sell it that way.
Exactly.
Huh?
That's interesting.
I could not get used to that. I would feel like I'm doing something wrong.
So then I wonder if you buy the whole package, do you have to open it and ring them all up separately?
Yeah. Or is there a barcode like ours for the whole thing?
Yeah,
Although I'm looking in there is a barcode for the whole thing right there. So I don't know.
possibly.
It's normal here in Germany. This is mostly for drink bottles. Things like yogurt, you can't just break one off. I saw
wouldn't
a
think that.
lady at the supermarket trying this with Jell-O. She held up the line for like an extra 3 minutes while the cashier explained,
Drinks? Yes. Jello? Oh, no.
No.
I'm not gonna lie, it's a bit confusing.
and
really.
before even moving to the dreaded checkout process, I want to mention that you'll probably end up buying more than Brot und Bier. Depending on the supermarket chain you go to, they have their own brand of products. The chain Edeka has a brand called Gut und Günstig, which translates to like good and cheap. The Rewe chain has Ja brand, which means yes. Kaufland has its Kaufland brand. These supermarket brands are often
it's very
cheaper
nice.
than the name brands
Yes.
and sometimes even produced in the same factories.
Okay.
Okay, it's time. The dreadful German checkout situation.
Is it?
The line will get a bit
different.
messy during peak grocery shopping hours in a German supermarket. If the line gets too long, you will most likely hear someone yell,
Hallo, können Sie noch eine Kasse aufmachen?
and then the rush begins.
That's how it is here, though.
The horrible sound of
Liebe Kunden, wir öffnen Kasse 2
But they
für
don't
Sie.
open them for us anymore. That's
you will
hilarious.
blink, and in that instance, you will see an alte Frau shoving her shopping cart into your heels while another guy shoulder checks her to the next line. It's a time where no words are spoken, but once a new cash register opens, everyone has the same goal of physically putting themselves in front of everyone else despite the previous line formed.
As a German, it is always stressful for me as well. People rarely speak to each other, but they just rush to get in front of one another.
Yeah, so once you get to the cash register conveyor belt, the fight is not over. You better place that divider if it hasn't already been placed down, and quickly.
Good. I hate when people don't do that.
I've always done it. But here, the thing is, every store is not doing that anymore. There's like hardly any cashiers or whatever you want to call them to do it. It's just do it yourself, you know? Scan it yourself and do it, which I actually don't like. I feel like you do.
It depends on how many items I have.
Gotcha.
If I have more items, I'd much rather go to an actual person too.
Yeah, I prefer them to bag my stuff.
I mean, I'm going to keep them employed.
I know, but they don't do it anymore. There's like never people.
Especially
I don't know the last time I pushed a cart or trolley or whatever you want to call it into a line with a person. I don't know. It's been a long time. I also don't know the last time, except for this last week, that I went to the grocery store by myself where that was an issue. Back to the video.
Your groceries on the belt before the person behind you starts loading up their stuff. Some people might think I'm exaggerating, but this is literally what happened just last week. I saw two people who were clearly tourists not putting their stuff down fast enough, and the person behind them started loading their things on, forcing the tourist to start sticking their groceries in a giant pile. I genuinely still don't get this mentalität, but when you live here, you gotta go with this Kultur. And don't forget to put the divider down. In Deutschland, you must place the divider to separate your groceries from the next person. In the US, oftentimes we just leave a gap instead of touching the gross divider. But in Germany, if you don't put the divider down, the next person probably will, or you'll have to pay for their stuff. Not really, but I do put the divider down every time now. It helps the cashier to just fly through each customer as fast as they can.
Right.
So it's time. You finally get to the cashier. The spotlight is on you. You have two main goals here. Number one, to pack your groceries in your bag as fast as humanly possible.
Okay.
Yes, you
Gotta
have
get down
to
there.
bag your own groceries. And yes, you have to bring your own bags or buy bags, or if you live in a city, you have to have one of these portable shopping trolleys. And goal number 2 is to show just how good your German language skills have gotten. While you're loading up your groceries as fast as you can, you greet the cashier with your best "Hallo." You say that flawlessly enough for the cashier to continue speaking German with you.
No, because then I'll be like, I don't know what you just said.
You the question.
Haben Sie eine Payback-Karte?
And at this point, you have two options. You can respond in a full sentence or one word. You choose to show off your A2 language level with a full sentence. Nee, habe ich nicht. And boom, level 2 cleared. Now as they finish scanning the last of your groceries and you finish bagging the final items, the end of the exam is here. The cashier will ask you,
Bezahlen Sie mit Bar oder Karte?
This is the moment you've been waiting for. This is your time to shine. You hold your phone, cheersing the line of customers behind you, and respond, mit Karte bitte. The crowd goes wild. You nod your head, grab your groceries, leave your receipt, and walk out into the rain, knowing you just successfully mastered the German supermarket experience.
I love it. I love it. I love the...
Yeah, or you just use the self-checkout and avoid this entire experience altogether.
That was fun. That was a lot of fun. And also it stressed me out at the end. I'm like, good Lord, it's just a checkout. It's just a checkout. Let's all just calm down here.
But it can feel like that when you're in line with a bunch of people and they're back there and wait and they're impatient. They want to get home too. And you feel like,
again, it doesn't happen here anymore though, because of self-checkouts. But like there are some places, but like when even the self-checkouts, sometimes they don't have them all open. They open another one and it's like run into it. But we still have pleasantries. Oh, excuse me, pardon me. I didn't mean to cut in front of you. Were you here first? Sounds like you guys are like, yeah, don't care. Which I'm fine with that.
next please.
I'm fine with that. I would like to see more of like the items and stuff in the stores. But I love that video. I thought it was fun. It gave a lot of information.
It did.
Let us know what you feel like was left out that maybe we should learn about, know about. Is it really that serious? I mean, it sounds like it really is.
I think it depends on the person.
She's a culture. It's a culture.
Yes.
So,
and also how you take that culture. Are you just going with the flow, or are you anxious and worried about it?
I think it sounds like it's a pretty big thing that happens. So I don't know.
But those were some interesting details about the German supermarkets that I had no idea about. The bigger, smaller, and then
Yeah.
Some that are strictly organic and natural foods.
And I had a lot of questions during this one. And I hope you guys will help answer them in the comments. And hey, thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please hit the like button and consider subscribing to the channel. It's always free, unless YouTube changes that someday. So do it now before they do. I don't know. Rush to that like button like you're rushing to that cash register in a German grocery store.
A new line's been opened.
Yep.
Hit that like button.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next episode. Until then, and as always, please love like jazz.
Be as strong as Tyson.
Bye.
Bye.